Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very simple look. It's all about making your makeup work for you if you forget your key pieces. I'm going to show you a really great brow pencil trick that I don't see many people talking about here on YouTube. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, ladies, we're starting off with prepping the skin. I have my Peter Thomas Roth eye patches on. These are hydrogel. You know you have a problem though when like the puffiness is like flowing over the iPad. So this is the state we're in today. It is not cute, but I just got back from a cross-country flight, so it makes sense. So I will probably show up with a sheet mask next time when I come up. I was like, sometimes I'm very surprised when I look at myself on camera. It's a little surprising, but again, it's an attitude. It's all about, okay, this is what I'm starting with. Let me see what I can do to look better, to feel better, etc. Don't stay in the slump and look at yourself and criticize and go to town, because guess what? You're going to stay there and you're never going to get to the next level. All right, so look, discoloration, puffiness, looking tired, no biggie. We're gonna fix it. We're going to feel better. And that's what makeup does. That's what skincare does. Now, this is going to give you a major boost. This is my frownies. This is what it looks like when I go to bed at night. Then I wet my finger and I just peel it off like this, and I have this smooth forehead. Now, a lot of you have commented that you've been using this for decades and it works. I was thrilled to hear. This is what it looks like. It's a woman-based company. It's actually 4 generations of women. I think it's 4, maybe 5. 1893, it started. Very interesting story if you want to look into it. But I found it months ago. I've been using it as my Botox alternative. Even if you do use Botox, you can use these to prolong your Botox. It's a great, great thing. Now, another little tip I have is the Lumify eye drops. Makes your eyes really white. I need that because you can see all this discoloration on top. I want my whites of my eyes to be bright. This is something that I used when I was on the plane. Also, the Embryolisse. This is like a little secret. It's in French, so I don't know exactly what it says, but it says artist secret. So this is a nice hydrator for the eye area. It's very cooling. Got this on Amazon. I like it because it's little and it fit right nicely into my little bag that I have for my cosmetics. I just slathered myself with La Mer, creme de la Mer on the flight. I looked like I did when I landed, but my skin was amazing. That's what I always do. And then I'll spritz it with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. So my skin has really weathered very nicely. The puffiness and the discoloration, not so much. Now, what I just did was I used the jasmine oil from Chanel. It's a nice lightweight oil, and I used my Tinkle. This is what it's called. I get it on Amazon. This is your dermaplaning. I want to say that like in kind of quotes there, but this is something that is going to not cut your skin like I showed you before with the drugstore one. This is the only one I would recommend as an esthetician. This is going to take off that vellus hair, that peach fuzz, and the dead skin. You don't want to overdo it with this, but you will see when you do this. I already did it, but I want to show you. You want to do short little strokes, hold the skin taut, do short little strokes, pulling back towards your ear. You're going to have this beautiful, smooth skin. You will see a huge difference. If you have all of that hair here, you don't want that. Your foundation, your BB cream is going to sit on that and it doesn't look good. It looks like you have hair and your makeup sitting on the hair. You want to take it all off. You can use this blade in these ways, vertical or horizontal. Be very careful. You still have to be careful with this. But that's what I just did. I wanted to revive my skin a little bit. I want it to look a little bit not so dull. So what we're going to do is go into just like a very simple makeup tutorial because I was missing my cabana. I forgot to bring this on my trip and I forgot to bring a lip liner and I couldn't believe it. Like I was just like, how is this possible? Like I have everything, but I don't have that. So we're first going to start with my eye primer because I'm going to take away this discoloration on my eyes. And I'm going to show you what I did to improvise. I just couldn't believe that I'm like lost without a lip liner because I use my lip liner as a lipstick also. Like there's so many things I can do with it. I just feel like it just defines the lip. I think it's very important for mature women. So I was very disappointed that I didn't have that. Eye primer is on. Now, what I want to do is, I was like, okay, I have an eyeliner. Now I've showed you that you can use your eyeliner. I use this. This is my dark chocolate. I use this on the whole lid to make it a eyeshadow. So you can do that if it was like an evening look or what have you. For a day look, what I did was I just took because this eye primer needs to have an eyeshadow or a powder over it. You can't just wear it by itself. So what I did was I took my creme brulee, which is my hybrid bronzer. and I use this as my eyeshadow. So I just took my blush brush and I put it in, and then I swept it across my eye. So basically, I gave myself some color, right? I gave it a little bit of color. You don't have to be precise with this. I just wanted it to be like, give me some color there. So there we go. I have something, right? So that one made me happy. Or you could also, what I did was I took my short smudge brush like this, and I went into the darkest color here. So if I maybe just wanted to keep the eye primer on and then give a little bit of depth right there, I could do that with just the darkest color. So I was getting very creative because I felt like I need to give some options for myself. What can I do? I'm still going to clean up a little bit with my Natura Bissé. This is going to be my Clé de Peau cotton, and I'll just clean up just a tad here on the ends because I use that blush brush and I'm kind of all over. So I want to be a little bit more precise. So here we go. Now I'm going to just use my lash curler. Lashes are curled. Now I'm going to take my dark chocolate eyeliner and I want to just do the ends. I don't want to do too much eyeliner. I just want to give a little bit of depth right here at the end. You'll notice that I use my fingers a lot because I'm not in my traditional using eyeshadow, etc. Now I'm going to be using my mascara Volume Up. This was actually a really important product to bring, which I was thrilled about. So before I do that, let me just put on a little bit of my Rose Lip Balm. This really gives, when you don't have a lot going on in your eye, using a mascara that really gets every single lash. So you can see I'm like literally at the base. So I'm going to front load and then I'm going to pull up, go to the base, front load, and then pull up. You want to wiggle back and forth, get all these beautiful lashes, and then move on to the other eye. You can see the big difference, right? So luckily I brought the mascara. Now, if you have a tiny bit on the lash line right away, you can just take a little sweep across and get it off with your Q-tip. Mascara is on. Now we want to perfect the skin. I wanted to just kind of not do a lot. I wanted to just stick with my concealer. I'm using my light concealer. We have launched our concealer. I didn't make a big announcement on a newsletter. I just restocked it, and you would have received that notification if you had signed up for the wait list. So I'm going to just go under my eye like this. This is what I do because I have all that pigmentation. You can see, I say this in all the videos, but I think it's really important to just repeat that if I just did this, I'm going to have that demarcation because I have this pigment right here. All this is pigmented. That is why for my skin and what I'm dealing with, that is why I come down here. So there's no right or wrong. If you want to do it like that, great. If you want to spot this all over your face, great. You don't have to follow any rule. But for me, the way I do it is because I have this pigment down here. I don't want to have a little moon and then have two different where you see I basically concealed and then here's my regular skin. I want it all to melt together. I want it to look flawless and seamless. So this is what you have to assess on your own skin. So now I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush and I'm going to just press this into my skin. All right, so the concealer is on. Now we're gonna go into BB cream. This is really exciting because this is my bulk sample. It came, I approved it, and we are on the track to have BB cream available in November. I'm very excited, ladies. I just can't even tell you. So I'm using light. You're going to love the packaging. You're going to love the formula. We waited way too long for this, and I know that. But again, if you've been watching my videos, you know why. I did switch out my formula. That really wasn't the main delay. It was the raw material. So don't worry, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're going to finish the year strong. So I'm going to use my foundation buffing brush and I'm going to work this into my skin. I am using the light. I did get some sun when I was in Napa. I could possibly be adding in a little bit of light medium. This could be a little light for me, but I'm going to add the creme brulee. I'm going to bronze up the skin a little bit because maybe the eyes look a little bit more neutral. So we're going to add some color to the face. BB cream is on. Now, this is what I did. I used my St. Bart's and I added some nice cream blush. You could also use this if you wanted to on your eyes and give it a little bit more of that pinky hue with the bronze. But I just did this for my cheeks. I wanted to, you can see, just beautifully, like just livens up my skin. And then I took my Brownie brow pencil. So I had it for my brows so I could brush my brows up and fill in just like these little spots that I have. I do feel like my brows are getting thicker. I've been using a brow serum that I had a sample of from my lab because I'm working on a formulation for you. And I really noticed it recently. I've been using it for months now. It's a nice natural alternative. I wanted a better ingredient list for you for the brow serum and the lash serum. And I've noticed that my brows have become a lot thicker. And is that even possible? So I thought maybe I should stop using it right now because I was like, or maybe I'll just kind of tweeze them up because they seem to be getting really heavier in this area. And I hadn't noticed that before. So I've been on this big experiment with this brow serum. So this is a good news for us. So what I did was I thought, oh my gosh, I have to line it with something. What could I do? So I used my Brownie brow pencil, not taupe. I had to use Brownie. And I basically outlined my lip. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. I can't really talk at the same time, but you're going to see that this might be like the weirdest thing to think about, like your brow pencil for your lip liner, but it almost creates like a shadow. And then I like just blend it in a little bit, but I have to define this lip line because if not, it just blends in with my skin. So you might look funny right now, but when I put on my lipstick or my lip oil or my lip gloss, it all blends together, but I still have this nice defined line. So I just take my finger and soften the edges, but now I have lips, right? Before it's like all, my skin color. And then now I come to life with this beautiful alternative of a liner. Now I'm going to just take my aperitif. This is a beautiful lip color, which is a mauve plum color. Very pretty. And a really nice combo over is going to be Cocoa 13. So you can't see that I have on a brown lip liner. I just wanted that definition. So it really does make my lips look defined. And then I'll do a little Cocoa 13. And the last step that I would do is I would take my Nikita Banana and I wanted to make sure, this is my brightening powder. I just wanted to, underneath my eyes, I wanted to just set my concealer. All right, so that is how I got through not having an eyeshadow or a lip pencil on vacation. And these things might sound very trivial, but if you're trying to put together a look and you're trying to, go from day to night or what have you, and you're feeling like you're incomplete, this is the way to do it. You can use your brow pencil as your lip liner, soften it up with your finger. At least you define the lips. You're able to have a nice look to your lips and not feel like you just put lipstick on and now it's like everywhere. It's not defined. I don't like that look of lipstick without having a lip pencil. And then being able to take a bronzer hybrid, which is really wonderful because it has that cream and that bronzer. So you can pick and choose with a brush, or you can just take your blush brush and go over your eyes and have instant eyeshadow. So that was the alternative that I created for myself to kind of still be able to feel natural, but also put together and not feeling like I just kind of did my makeup, but I didn't. So I hope that was a great tip for you. Let me know. I haven't really seen in the mature category anyone telling you to use your brow pencil as your lip liner. In fact, I've told you this before. I've watched many mature women here on YouTube telling you not to use a lip liner, not to use an eyeliner. And every time I'm like, oh my gosh, no, stop telling them that, because this is something that's going to define your features. You need to define as we get older. As you know, we start losing pigment, we start losing definition. I want you to have alternatives and not feel stuck and be able to know that you don't need to use your products for just one thing. They can be interchangeable. So let me know in the comments below. Have you done that? Have you been in a pinch? Have you had to use your products for other things that you wouldn't think that they could work for? Let me know in the comments below. And until my next video, I'll see you later.